Hi guys, it's Olivia and welcome back to my channel, Endless Pages. I have a really cool video for you guys today. This one I'm very excited to film. We are still in lockdown in my state. I've lost count on what week we're on, week 10 I think something like that. I'm delirious at this point. I don't even know what day it is. Obviously our libraries are closed, which is something that I'm really missing. Library is like a happy place for me to go. And I just go there all the time to chill and just browse. So I'm really missing being able to do that. But my local library is doing a really cool thing where they're delivering to your door. COVID safe, obviously no contact. They just deliver to your door and drive away and leave a message when it's there. And they're also doing this thing where the librarians choose the books for you. So you just answer some criteria questions and they will give you some books based off your answers. Okay, so here are the questions they asked me to gain some information on what books they will pick for me. So I selected fiction and young adult books, and then for the genres I selected crime, science fiction, action and adventure, mystery and thriller. I didn't notice as well you could add an other section, and if I had known I would have put in fantasy, but that's okay. And then finally for the format I chose books and graphic novels, and then it just asked how many books you wanted and I selected the maximum number for that, which is 5. So I have no idea what I have in here today, which is really cool. So I'm gonna have a raw reaction on camera and see what I got. So obviously there's a risk here because I said mainly YA. But I might already have some of these books or might have read some of these books already, so I'm hoping that doesn't happen too much, but it's a risk I run with getting books anonymously without choosing them. So let's dive in and see what they picked out for me. Okay, I have my big bag here. I've been very good and haven't peeked because I wanted my actual reaction and I wanted to capture it on film what I got. So let's go and pick out the first book without looking in. Sorry for the crumbling noises. Okay, let's see what I got. The first book that was picked for me was, oh, I've heard of this one actually. We Are the Ants, and that is by Sean David Hutchinson. I don't know anything about this book. I have heard of it. I believe it's adult. I did say I would read some adult books as well. Let's just read the blurb and see what it's about. There are a few things Henry Denton knows and a few things he doesn't. Henry knows that his mum is struggling to keep the family together and coping by chain-smoking cigarettes. He knows that his older brother is a college dropout with a pregnant girlfriend. He knows that he is slowly losing his grandmother to Alzheimer's, and he knows that his boyfriend committed suicide last year. What Henry doesn't know is why the aliens chose to abduct him when he was 13. And he doesn't know why they continue to steal him from his bed and take him aboard their ship. He doesn't know why the world is going to end or why the aliens have offered him the opportunity to avert the impending disaster by pressing a big red button. But they have, and they've only given him 144 days to make up his mind. The question is whether Henry thinks the world is worth saving. Ooh. That is until he meets Diego Vega, an artist with a secret past, who forces Henry to question his beliefs, his place in the universe, and whether any of it really matters. Sorry, can't speak. But before Henry can save the world, he's got to figure out how to save himself, and the aliens haven't given him a button for that. Wow, okay, so this sounds like really like existential, like identity questioning. I really like the idea of reading something like that. It does meet the criteria of fantasy, supernatural stuff that I selected. This sounds really intriguing, and I don't think it would be something that I would go looking for myself in a library, but it does sound really good, and it sounds like it's got some LGBT rep, which is good as well. We love some existential dread, some identity questioning. So this sounds like a fantastic read. I'm very happy with the first selection. Okay, I'm just doing some research of this book on Goodreads as well. It's got a 4.16 rating, which is pretty good. Let's mark it as one to read. Let me just see. Oh no, I was incorrect. It is young adult. Sorry, I was incorrect about that. Other genres is fiction, romance, mental health, LGBT, like I said, and contemporary. Cool, I was wrong. I take that comment back about being adult. I didn't realise it was young adult. Yeah. Okay, let's grab book number 2 without looking. I'm just going to bend down and pick it up because the bag is paper. It's very noisy. Okay, I'm back. Okay, book number 2. Ooh, I haven't heard of this one. I'm kind of happy that I haven't heard of it. I do want to kind of challenge and expand my reading and not just like go for authors I already know or books that I've already done heaps of research on and seen like all over TikTok or BookTok. So I think this is a good way to kind of you know, have people pick stuff out for you that you've never heard of or wouldn't grab because of the cover or something in the light. So book number 2 is the Soul Manga. I haven't heard of this. It is by Matilda Scotney. It looks like a series. It says book 1, and on the front it says, "The universe only wanted one thing, us." Ooh. I'm kind of glad that I haven't heard of this book. I think this A Librarian Picks For You is a cool way of kind of expanding and helping you discover books that you've never read before as well, because I always go for books I know, books I've seen on TikTok or BookTok, and I think that can kind of, I don't know what the word, limit what I read and limit the authors and books that I'm exposed to. So I'm really happy I decided to do this. I am going to do some research on Goodreads about this book so I can tell you guys. It's a space opera. We've got tags of action and adventure, and it is a science fiction novel. It has a pretty good rating on Goodreads. Goodreads rates it 4.33, which is really good, and it's the first book in the series, the Soul Manga series, so the series of the same name. Let's go and read the blurb. Ordinary people have been witnessed disappearing in mysterious circumstances. Police and various government agencies have committed vast resources to discover the truth behind this phenomenon. Oh my god, I can't say that word either. We're just going to move past it. But so far they have failed to find even one of these missing persons. It's as if they have vanished from the face of the earth. That's because they have. And only the Soul Manga knows where they are. This is a story of those 6 missing persons. A tale of intergalactic slavery and greed, of lies and conspiracy, and the origins of humankind. Ooh, intriguing. I did say I want to read more science fiction-esque books, so this sounds like a great way to jump into that, because I read the young adult science fiction novel, The Ones We're Meant to Find, and absolutely loved reading that. So I want to read more science fiction. This sounds like a cool gateway into that. So pretty interesting sounding second book. Let's grab number 3 without looking. Oh, sorry for the bag noises. Oh, this is definitely not a book. Let's see what I got here. Trying to be as quiet as I can with the bag. Okay. Oh, awesome. Okay, right up my alley. This appears to be some form of SpiderMan comic. It's got number 1 on the front there. It's very, very thin though. Yeah, I am a massive fan of the MCU, and yeah, like a huge fan. I love Marvel so much. It's like one of my favorite fandoms. I'm obsessed with it, but I'm ashamed to admit that I've never read any of the comics before. So this is a cool way of doing it. I don't know, this doesn't look like a original Spider-Man. Maybe it's one of the modern ones. It's hard to tell. I know we got Venom on the front there. I know that. I don't know who this chick, who this character is. But yeah, I love Marvel, so this is another success. I am excited to jump in and see. I should do some research, like what comic this actually is. Okay, I think this is like a new Spider-Man comic. The date on the inside is copyrighted 2020, so this might be a modern one. It does have like number 1 on the front. I'm assuming that's issue 1 of what comic series? I'm not sure. I know obviously Spider-Man, but let me do some research. Okay, so helpful. I scanned the cover and it came up with something that's not in English, so that's helpful. Okay, after some research, I've actually found the correct one, and one that's not in English. So this was a comic written for Free Comic Book Day. It was written in 2020, and it states that it is 2 exciting tales connected to the coming major storylines in Venom, Amazing Spider-Man, and Black Cat. Oh, that's who that character is. So yeah, that sounds cool. I am excited to jump into this. I really enjoyed the Venom movie. I like the Venom character and I love Spider-Man, so cute little comic to jump into. It should only take me like 10 minutes to read. It's very small, but cute idea, I like it. Actually, there's 3 more books in here, so they threw that little comic in as a little extra, which is cute. Let's pick out the next one as quietly as I can. There we go. And let me just pop the bag down. Okay, let's see what I got. Oh, the bag fell, sorry. Okay. Ooh, haven't heard of this one either. It looks like a young adult by the cover. This one is called Every Single Lie. The cover is gorgeous and it's by Rachel Vincent. The cover is really pretty. I like that. I'm going to assume that this is a young adult. Let's read the blurb. So, one secret could tear apart her entire world. Nobody in 16-year-old Beckett's life seems to be telling the whole story. Okay, I'm definitely right about the young adult with the 16-year-old main character. Sorry, I will continue. Her boyfriend Jake keeps hiding texts, which could mean he's cheating on her. Her father lied about losing his job and so much more before his shocking death. And everyone in school seems to be whispering about her and her family behind her back. But none of that compares to when Beckett finds the body of a newborn baby in a gym bag. Oh my god. Jake's gym bag on the floor of a high school locker room. As word leaks out, rumour that Beckett's the mother take off like wildfire in a town all too ready to believe the worst of her. Beckett soon finds herself facing accusations and threats, both heartbreaking and dangerous. Nobody believes her side of the story. As a police investigation unfolds, she discovers everyone has a secret to hide, and the truth could alter everything she thought she knew. This jaw-dropping novel about the truths we tell and the ones we don't will leave readers guessing until the very end. Ooh, this sounds right up my alley. Secrets, investigations. I love this kind of fast-paced, secret spilling, twisty kind of novel. So this sounds like a great pick for me. I'm going to go into Goodreads and check out what tags and genres this is. Goodreads genre says this is a young adult contemporary. We've also got mystery genres, thriller, mental health and romance as well. So I am very excited to read this. It gives me kind of like Sadie vibes with the cover and like the mystery and kind of like As Good as Dead and Sadie. Those kind of books, which I loved both of those books, so hopefully I love this book too. Okay, book number 4. Let's grab this out. I feel like this bag is about to break as well. And see what we got. So the 4th book I got is Lifelike by Jay Kristoff. I actually do own a copy of this book myself, but I've never read it, so that's okay. Doesn't count as a failure. Jay Kristoff is one of my favourite authors. So this is a perfect pick. I actually don't know much about this book even though I own it. I just kind of bought it because Jay Kristoff and I will just automatically buy anything of his. The front says it's Romeo and Juliet meets Mad Max meets X-Men with a little bit of Blade Runner cheering from the sideline. The blurb up here on Goodreads because there's not an actual blurb on the book. So it says, it's another day on the scrap. Lose the last of your credits at the War Dome, dodge the gangs and religious fanatics, discover you can destroy electronics with your mind, stumble upon the deadliest robot ever built. When Eve finds the ruins of an android boy named Ezekiel in the scrap pile she calls home, her entire world comes crashing down. With her best friend and her robotic sidekick in tow, she and Ezekiel will trek across deserts of irradiated glass, battle cyborg assassins and scour abandoned metacities to save the one she loves and learn the dark secrets of her past. So this is a young adult science fiction novel. We've also got genres of post-apocalyptic, fantasy, romance, and dystopia. So a good pick. I love Jay Kristoff. And this sounds like a very unique sounding book. And like I keep saying over and over, I want to read more science fiction, so now I've got the options ready to read more science fiction. Okay, the final book. Let's see the final one. What have we got here? Okay, the final book I've got here is Sia Martinez and The Moonlight Beginning of Everything. Ooh, what a unique title and a pretty cover. Another book I haven't heard of, which I'm happy to say. I'm just going to assume by the cover that it is a young adult novel, but let's read the blurb and see. It's been 3 years since ice raids and phone calls from Mexico and an ill-fated walk across Sonoran. I don't think I'm saying that right, I apologise. 3 years since Sia Martinez's mother disappeared. Sia wants to move on, but it's hard in her tiny Arizona town where people refer to her mother's deportation as an unfortunate incident. Sia knows that her mother must be dead, but every new moon Sia drives to the desert and lights San Anthony and La Guadalupe candles to guide her mother home. Again, I'm so sorry for my pronunciation. Then one night, under a million stars, Sia's life and the world as she knows it cracks wide open because a blue light spacecraft crashes in front of Sia's car, and it's carrying her mum, who's very much alive. As Sia races to save her mum from the armed, quite possibly alien soldiers, she uncovers secrets as profound as they are dangerous in this stunning genre-blending exploration of first love, family, immigration, and our vast, limitless universe. I'm sensing a theme of, they really took science fiction and went with it in my questions here. This sounds really intriguing. I like the sound that it kind of sounds like it's going to meld real life issues and real life experiences in with some supernatural elements as well. Obviously YA is a big genre that does this. They blend real life issues and current social topics and blend it in with some sort of fictitious elements, which is a great way to explore social issues and challenges that our society faces. Yeah, so I was correct. This is a young adult novel. We also have the genres science fiction, magical realism, fantasy, and young adult contemporary, and romance. So this sounds like it's going to be a gorgeous book. And I am very happy with this choice as well. So there we have it. They are all the books that got selected for me from the Librarian Chooses Your Books. Again, I think this is a wonderful idea, and I've literally have only heard of 2 of 5 of these books, so I think this is a great way to expand my reading and check out books that I've literally never heard of before. And this looks like it's going to be a very science fiction month of reading. I don't have to return these until the library's open again, so I don't know when I'll be getting to these. I have quite a big TBR for the month of September, so maybe I can squeeze some of these in if I'm going well. If not, I think a lot of these will be October reads. Thank you so much for watching this video. It was honestly so fun to film. It was fun to learn about these books together, and I'm glad I caught my raw reaction to what I got. I'm honestly really happy with this haul, and I hope these turn out to be good reads and maybe hopefully some new favourites. Let me know if you read any of these books in the comments, or if you just want to chat with me about what you're reading at the moment. And yeah, thanks again. I'll see you on the next one. Bye.